Hello, welcome to Express Your Truth Poetry Series. This is class 11, and today we're going to be focusing on stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness is a method of writing where you just put down every thought that's in your head. You might have a lot of disjointed thoughts that aren't really connected to anything. You might have sentence fragments. You don't worry about grammar. You don't worry about spelling. You just put down every thought that comes out of yourself, right? Sometimes in order to tap into the innermost part of yourself, you have to just be willing to just put everything out on the page, like, verbal regurgitation, right? And your thoughts, the best thoughts might be stuck in there behind other thoughts. And so stream of consciousness is a way of delving in and digging into your deepest, most innermost thoughts. Sometimes things that are inside of you that you want to express, you can't get to them any other way but to just write them down on a paper. Just get them all out. Some famous examples of stream of consciousness are:
the very air in the ward seemed to have become heavier, emitting strong, lingering odors, with sudden wafts that were simply nauseating. What will this place be like within a week, he asked himself, and it horrified him to think that in a week's time they would still be confined here, assuming there won't be any problems with food supplies, and who can be sure there isn't already a shortage? I doubt, for example, whether those outside have any idea from 1 minute to the next. And that is from Blindness. The second example is called Beloved by Toni Morrison. You are my sister, you are my daughter, you are my face, you are me. I have found you again. You have come back to me. You are my beloved. You are mine, you are mine, you are mine. I have your milk, I have your smile. I will take care of you. You are my face, I am you. Why did you leave? Who am you? And a third example that I really love by S.A. Quinu. You are not supposed to give up now. Look at the sun, and look at how she still rises after each fall, how she still burns with passion despite every cloud that hides her light. Lovely.
And here is a poetic example from our favorite mentor and poet, Enrique Argueta. Listen to the way his words flow and the way he puts his words together. It's a wonderful, wonderful poem.
See, it's crazy how pointing my finger can be done with such ease. Staring down the barrel of my turquoise ring. That blame game, living life as a victim, relishing in all the benefits that brings. But at the end of the day, if I don't succeed, it's on me, you see. I am where I am because of who I am and how I choose to handle things.
So, in order to get started, we're not going to use our list of topics today because we don't know what's inside of you, right? We have to allow that process to automatically flow and come to the surface. So what I would like you to do is set a timer for 5 minutes. Get your pencil and your paper or a pen or whatever you like to write with. Get a nice quiet place to work and just sit for 5 minutes alone with your thoughts. Write down everything that comes into your mind, even if it seems crazy or uninteresting or unimportant. Write down everything. You can put it in maybe like a list, or you can just put it in paragraphs, but just put down all the thoughts in your head. So that will be the first step. So you can see my handwriting is abysmal and I haven't done any editing. And if you get stuck on something, you don't have another thought that pops into your head, just repeat the same thought over and over again. Maybe it's just your shopping list, or maybe it's just, whatever you see in your surroundings when you first get started. But just write it down. Write down whatever thoughts you have. There might be real poetry gold in there. You just need to practice a little bit. 10 minutes a day and you'll get it. Yes? The thing about stream of consciousness is it really bears your innermost soul, because you don't know what you're going to write. When I started my 5 minutes, I had no idea what was going to come out of me, and then it just comes straight from your heart, especially after a little practice.
And I washed upon the beach, not essentially breathing because I'm not a mermaid. Water doesn't integrate without proper gills, so I had no means to breathe it. But I truly wanted to, I just couldn't. So I faced drowning in that sea, where I had no concept of myself, no way of knowing my direction, for it was all blackness and dark. So if I swam down or up, who knew? And so, once mercifully picked up in the current, and it was high tide, the ocean spat me out, after a mad tumbling, with sand and silt to add insult to injury, and I floundered in the air, coughing and sputtering, but finally breathing, because I was once again engulfed in air, and able to right myself between the land and heaven.
Again, stream of consciousness is a way to tap into our innermost thoughts and feelings that we may be repressing, we may not have a venue to express. So this is a really good way. If you're experiencing writer's block, you don't know what to write about, you're not sure, what you're thinking or feeling about a specific event in your life, just sit down with a timer and just write all of your thoughts out. The explosion that comes out of us can become a catalyst for some really great poetry, because again, we're accessing what's deep inside of our hearts, right? So organizing the stream of consciousness thoughts can be an excellent way to put some really, really brilliant poems together and really access what you're really thinking. Your thoughts are important, and you should be writing them down, and you should be keeping them for future reference, because what you think and what you feel are important, because you need to express your truth. Yes. Thank you for participating with us this week, and I hope to see you again next week for Class 12. Thank you.